The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
I said burn! It's cold in here. I said there must be some content in the atmosphere. Here we go.
All right, the boys are in the room. Alicia must have got punted last week, did she?
I believe so.
Yes.
Lucky because she's sick today.
Oh, she said, yeah, okay, she forfeited.
She has, yeah, absolutely.
Coincidence? I think not.
Sore loser. Is that what you're suggesting?
That's what I'm saying.
Sore loser.
Yeah,
Wow.
Didn't want to face the music.
So, Lockie and Nick up against each other, pitching us both some gear within 5 seconds.
All right, time starts now.
A community cricket club has banned sixers for an outrageous reason.
Same reason your mum banned it?
Broken windows.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
That's interesting.
Start.
I like
it's
that.
a solid start, yeah.
All right, Nick, you ready? Oh, he doesn't want to say anything before the 5 seconds. Here you go.
Aussie wizard goes full 9 3/4 to make Olympics dream come true.
9 3/4.
9 3/4. Wizard. What does that mean?
Someone called Potter, maybe.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I'm going to take Lockie because I know the Olympics deal that's interested me as well. One of you will take that.
I'm going to go
I'll
Nick.
take the Olympic one.
I'm gonna Nick.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Oh, geez, Lockie, mate,
It was
you're
a
a
good one.
shoe-in after your pitch, mate, but you just got smoked at the end.
You get a longer go in the podcast,
Yeah, we'll chat to you in the pod.
You get more airtime.
Yeah, actually, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a shame. I really like doing the podcast. That's all right. So, again, nice little mislead. Australian men's hockey team player Matthew Dawson didn't flinch at having the top of his ring finger amputated to ensure that he plays in the Paris Games. Now, Dawson, who was part of the silver medal team in Tokyo 2020, was coming back from a finger surgery and decided that to make sure he could qualify, it was a better option to have the top of his finger amputated rather than keep trying to rehabilitate the finger.
9 3/4.
I heard this one. Well, he could have put it on some sort of strapping, couldn't he? But he
Yeah.
wouldn't have been ready for the Olympics.
No, exactly right.
That's hardcore. So he chopped his finger off.
It's not completely unheard of. There was a footy player back in the day for West Coast, Daniel Chick, did the same thing.
Angus Crichton
Angus
did it.
Crichton did it,
Yeah.
yeah.
What did he chop off? What?
His whole finger.
I think his middle finger or like ring finger.
He just wouldn't fit.
He's just got a stump. No, legit.
What did he chop off, says Sue?
I think the middle finger.
Yeah, it is.
You
It's
kind of
like
need that finger, don't you?
Yeah, that's the important one.
well, he's doing all right without it.
Yeah, the Kookaburras coach has lauded Dawson's decision as an incredible display of commitment. Dawson's back training now has certainly set a really high bar for anyone with a broken finger fracture going forward.
Imagine if he did it, they didn't pick him.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Is that the...
That's Crichton's one.
Oh, my God.
Guess what? Is that his
It's down to the first knuckle.
Yeah.
Or second knuckle.
Is that the same amount as
Do you reckon he
Dawson?
could still use that, Sus, or not?
Well, does it help? Is it hard
That's
to...
like 2 knuckles.
Is it hard
Yeah.
to catch the ball?
Sus, he's having the career of the best
Yeah.
year of his career.
Is he?
Yep.
He's on fire.
I think there was chat about Latrell Mitchell potentially having to face the same music. He didn't in the end, but his was the pinky finger, I think, and that is the most important finger with passing a footy,
Is it?
apparently.
Yeah, it would be.
Well, Matty
That
Rogers.
last bit of spin.
Yeah.
Matty Rogers. He was great with the ball. He's missing his little finger.
Is he really?
That's right. Oh, is it a bicycle accident? Is that?
yeah.
No, motorcycle accident. No, chainsaw accident.
No.
What was it?
No, it just keeps getting worse.
Yeah.
What was it?
It was the first one. It was a bicycle accident.
Was it?
All right.
Remember, he was a little kid. He wrote about it in his book, and his brother was on the bike pedaling real fast, and somehow or other, anyway, Matty walked up and got his finger caught in the spokes.
Ah,
That's right.
maybe that's where the chain bit comes in.
Hey, someone's had a chainsaw accident too.
13-24-10.
Yeah, we'll give you an Olympic pin.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
All right, John, are you missing a finger, mate?
I am not, no. But I know of Jason Pierre-Paul, who plays in the NFL 2015. He had a fireworks accident, had a firework go off in his hand. Lost part of his thumb, had his index finger and middle finger amputated.
Oh, wow.
And, yeah, continued to play,
Still
I think it was about 7 weeks later. Still playing now, hasn't retired yet.
Jeez, that's pretty
Wow.
good, isn't it?
At what position is he?
Defensive end, so tackling, runs in tackle,
Kicker.
maybe bats a ball down or something like that, but no catching involved, just tackling.
Oh, hell. So he'd be dead set missing half his hand.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, my God.
That's nuts.
Jeez.
Give him a pin. That's a good.
Oh, you
Yeah.
want an 8 years to go pin?
No, okay.
Jeez, Suze, we can't give them away.
We cannot
many do you
give them
have?
away.
Good. I want them. Don't give them away.
I've got a dozen or so. I can keep getting more if we give
I mean,
away
it
too
sounds
many.
like the demand is there for it.
Come on.
James out of Rosewood. Well, you did lose your finger.
Yeah, so I'm a carpenter. So when I chopped the top of my finger off, everyone thought I did it at work. But I actually got bitten by Victor, trying to be the new son-in-law coming into the family. The father-in-law couldn't start the mower. So I thought, I'll get it going for you.
Oh, no.
And, sprayed a bit of start in the side of it, and it was running, and then it cut out. So I put my hand on the wheel and under the deck, and as I lifted it up, I just covered him in blood. And, yeah, I don't know if I'm still the favourite son-in-law after that. But going on now, my middle finger, so now my nickname's Victor.
Of course it is.
Oh, God, that's horrible. Would you like a year to go pin, James?
Beg your pardon?
Oh, don't worry.
He had a middle finger. He thought you were taking a piss. He thought because he wouldn't be able to pin it on anywhere.
Oh, right.
His
Yeah.
finger.
I'm going to start with
Give me-
it. Eddie,
Maybe if you had rings, that'd be better.
well, look, if you tell a story, would you like an 8 years to go Olympic pin?
No.
Call of the week.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
Yeah, so plenty more rehearsals today at Stade de France. Of course, the rugby, one of the first sports to actually kick off, literally, at the Olympics. Wednesday night, 11 p.m. for Brisbane people. You'll be able to watch the Australian men take on Samoa in the first of their pool games in the Rugby Sevens. That should be absolutely cracker. But both
Doesn't
those
sound like
teams,
it'll be
incidentally,
easy. Yeah.
they just snuck in. Australia and Samoa were the two last teams pretty much to qualify.
Really?
So the Aussies have a good team, but they've got the job ahead of them. So if they're going to match New Zealand, etc. But yeah, so that's 11 o'clock Brizzy time. But you think the players have got it tough, guys?
Yes.
Like I got out there at 11 o'clock today. I was still rehearsing at 7 p.m. tonight.
What, 8 hours of rehearsal?
That's a long day. I mean, I'm not working all day, but you're just sitting there because there's a million other moving parts with the Olympic Games. Like there was some DJ that had to rehearse, and they got medal ceremonies and all this sort of business. I just have to be there, and the French guy's not even there yet.
Oh, sounds
So
tough, buddy.
How come he gets to rock up?
I don't know.
Why is he
obviously
so good he doesn't need to go to rehearsals?
He's obviously some sort of D-grade celebrity over here in France because he's rocking in late.
You know what?
so
He's giving them the Luttsy if Luttsy was in Brisbane.
Exactly. That's exactly what he's doing. So I've got to say everything twice. I've got to say English just for timings. I'm saying English and I don't speak French, so I just say the English version twice. So, so it's like...
Do you say it in a French accent, though, when you say
Please welcome All Black legend Dan Carter to do something. And then it's like, no, I just say it twice exactly the same.
Must be
It's
tough,
only
mate.
rehearsal.
Yeah.
But
it's hard to be in
seriously,
Paris.
it's like 7:30 and I quickly smash a steak and some chips into me.
Steak and
and
Fritz?
And a pint, and then race back to start prepping for the show. And then
Which show?
The room. I touched on the room yesterday, I think, in the podcast. There's a couple of things that annoy me about the room. One thing is there's two wall socket, like power sockets, in the wall, and they are in the far corner of the room. There's none in the bathroom. No power in the bathroom.
What do you need power in the bathroom for?
Oh, Suze.
To charge my toothbrush.
Yeah, his toothbrush.
Oh, your toothbrush.
And my razor, shaver, whatever it's called.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's this there's a rectangular hole in the corner, which I just mentioned, with this two sockets above it, which I presume is for a fridge. But you think there's a fridge in there?
No.
No.
No fridge. Oh, you
So
need
I'm
to
just
keep
saying, it
this
sounds
water
like it's all
Why don't you just book
Beer and
somewhere else,
Skittles.
mate? If you saw there
beer
wasn't
and
a fridge.
Skittles in Paris, as everyone thinks. But
This is the
there's
other
a
side.
24/7 bar downstairs. I could go downstairs and get a beer at any time.
You should have just
But I'm just
picked a
saying
different
it's
place,
tough
mate.
here. The what?
You should have just picked a different place.
No, but they paid for it.
Oh, so you're not even paying for the joint you're staying in Paris.
No, I'm working.
Oh, poor
You
Dave.
think I was paying?
First world problems, mate.
Sounds tough over there.
Yeah, and Suze, isn't it hilarious that like all the training it took for you to get to an Olympic Games, the only training he's done was his 8 hours yesterday, and he's blowing up.
Got another day of it tomorrow.
You'll be over prepared.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's some good
Anyway, I
first
don't know.
world
That's,
problems.
I guess it is first world problems, but I don't know. I just feel like I did to share it with you. This music's good. I want to hear, if anyone else has any first world problems, I want to hear this music and just people can ring up and just give their first world problems. Just get something off your back, you know?
13 24 10. Look for first world
This
problems.
music's beautiful.
I've got a first world problem.
I've got one too, actually.
I can't even give away Olympic pins.
You can't give pins. Okay, if you ring up, I promise we won't give you a pin.
No, you know what my first world problem is?
Yeah.
What?
When I leave my garage at the moment, right?
Yeah.
And I leave my garage and then I press the button for the remote control to work.
Yes.
Well, it's not working.
Oh.
And I have to get out of the car and walk over to the wall and manually, like an animal, like a bloody animal, put the swipe up to the actual thing and then walk back to my car.
You can't do that in this weather.
That's
It's
in
too cold.
winter.
Yeah.
Exactly, Susan.
You could put a new battery in your remote, I suppose.
That hasn't worked.
There's enough to whinge about.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
First world problems. I've got one if I can get one off my chest.
Yes.
Go on, mate.
I've got a new car and it's got seat warmers in it. And every morning when I leave the house at 5 a.m. to come in and do this job, I turn the seat warmers on. And they're too hot.
Yeah,
They warm me up too much.
Too hot.
I get too hot.
But can't you adjust the heat?
Yes.
Or is it just have one?
It's got 3 settings.
Yeah.
The third setting, the lower one, not hot enough. The middle one, not hot enough. The top one, too hot. So I find myself driving, turning it off,
And then turning. Yeah.
and then I'll keep adjusting it.
I had an Uber driver turned on the other day for me, thinking he was doing me the world's biggest favour, and because he did it, then I didn't have the heart to tell him my ass was burning, and I was extremely uncomfortable. So I just sat through it like an idiot.
That's what we're looking for, though.
was a
13,
Tesla.
24, 10.
Carly out of Wynnum.
Hi.
What's going on?
Hi. I was driving to work.
Sounds like it.
What's your dilemma? What's your problem?
Clear throat.
Well, I bought this really lovely sweater from Cotton On recently, and it's a forest green colour. And when I put it on and then took it off, all the little balls of script were remaining on my shirt underneath it, and it was really frustrating.
I'm sure that's a great story, Carly. Take us off loudspeaker. We'll come back to you.
I can decipher that if you want.
Yeah.
Because I've had that
What
problem
she said,
too.
You had that
Talking
sweater in her mouth.
What?
That's funny.
I couldn't hear a word of it.
She bought a sweater. It was olive green. It was brand new. It was beautiful. But when she took it off, it left all fluff on the inside shirt. I've actually had that problem with under your arms sometimes if you just wear like a really
Actually,
nice...
warning, by the way, Susan,
Sweater.
good point.
Yes.
A lot of people, not me, are buying those little clutch bags, the Paris Olympic clutch bags. Are they clutch bags? Little
bum
tote
bags?
Tote bags.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
oh my God, if you got it over your shoulder and it's brushing against your jeans, the blue dye is coming off people's jeans.
See?
I've had several friends affected by it over here.
That's horrible.
Just tell them to hang
First
in there,
world problems.
Just make it
I
shorter.
know.
Go on. Emily, Bracken
Hi.
Ridge. Yes. What's your problem?
So the left-hand control key on my keyboard doesn't work.
Oh my God.
Which one? Just all the left side?
No, just the control key. So you know how you do like Control C, Control V to copy paste?
Down
Yeah.
the bottom left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to use my mouse to do that.
Oh my God.
Don't you have one
I
on the
didn't
right
know.
side?
I didn't even know you could use yours.
please
I thought you had
explain.
to use your mouse.
Yeah, it's so annoying.
Control V does it? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so if you do Control C, it copies, and then Control V pastes.
Why is it a Control P? Oh, did you say
V,
P?
V. I have no idea.
Well, if C's copy, why wouldn't paste be P?
You'd have to ask a programmer that. I have no idea.
Programmer.
I'm so sorry for that, for you, Emily. That sounds horrible.
It's a major inconvenience.
There is a control on the other side, isn't there?
Yeah, but then you have to take your hand off the mouse.
Exactly.
Oh, right, okay.
It requires several extra
Would you like a pin, Emily? Olympic pin?
Absolutely not.
I thought you had one then, Sue.
Oh, I got excited.
She's a tricker.
Absolutely
You got an
not.
Oh, come on.
Oh my God. Leanne, Wynnum,
Hey,
what's your problem? What's going on?
when you book a holiday and then your flight's early, so you're complaining you got to get up early, but then you want to spend time in the Qantas Club, so you've got to get up even earlier.
Oh
To
yeah,
utilise your Qantas Club.
I've lived that. I've lived that pain. Just have a toasted sandwich.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
have
know, even good anymore, but I feel like I still need to go for a while.
It's not even good anymore.
What does club isn't even good anymore?
They're all right.
Leanne, so for coming on air, if you want, you can have a 8 years to go Olympic pin. Would you like one?
Oh, it's a bit 1980s, isn't it? Getting a pin?
That's a strong no.
Nah. All right, one more.
Laura. Hello?
Hi.
Go ahead.
I think my friends are complaining about they don't have doors on their ensuite. Very personal.
You know what? I don't have a door on my ensuite, and it is a problem.
Yeah.
Because you can't
I
keep
just love
everything
an
in there.
ensuite.
Oh, God. That is a big
Yeah.
problem.
Haven't you got a door on your ensuite, Suze?
No, I haven't. It's a problem. I'm with them. I'm with the book club ladies, actually. Do you want a pin for one of your book club friends? It's an Olympic pin, 8 years to go.
Oh, no.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.
When I was at home over the weekend, I went out to play golf, Suze, and
It's a weekly thing, isn't it?
weekend thing.
Yeah, every week.
Yeah, there's like 6 of us that go out and have a hit on a Sunday. And I put on my shoes and socks. I'm walking out, and Sid says to me, Sid goes, God, nothing ages you more than your shoes and socks.
Really?
As I'm going out to play golf, and I've gone,
The Hokers?
what's
What?
wrong with my shoes?
What were you wearing? Yeah. You do have some really good shoes.
I was actually wearing what I've got on today, these white shoes.
They're good.
No, he didn't have a problem with the shoes.
The white
It
white
was-
Adidas sand shoes.
It was my socks.
The length?
Yes.
Or the colour? The
Yeah.
length. I read an article about this the other day.
This
Did
is
you?
interesting.
Yep, it's the length of your socks is what ages you. Yeah, it was a big article on
Are
it.
you serious?
Yeah.
I
What's it mean? Like,
I
what?
swear to God, that's what Sid said to me, and he goes, no one, you, and I went, what's wrong with my socks? So I got those little, those Brooks socks that they gave us, Luttsy, those little ankle ones.
Yeah.
Freebies.
Yeah.
So they're bad or good?
freebies. And that was the other thing I said to Sid. I said, I don't even think about my socks, mate. I put these socks on because these were the socks that were closest in the drawer, and they were the same colour as the shoe.
Yeah, the article I read, okay.
Yeah.
Tell me how high you wear your socks and I'll tell you how old you are.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Is there a
okay, well
formula
then
in there?
go
I'm just-
and see
I've got a
about
deep
the
down-
ankle socks.
okay, let's have a look.
See, I think yours are... I wear no-show socks where you can't actually see them. I can see your socks. So I think
Oh.
they're... Yeah.
Well, you're younger than me.
Yeah.
No
Like-
one I know wears ankle socks. Is that what you're wearing? They're considered an
Yeah,
old
that's
person.
what you call ashes.
Ash is what you got.
Yeah,
They're an
yeah.
old person
Oh.
thing.
Wow.
Yep. I usually wear my socks white, and Nike is the most popular brand, so it's brand as well. Okay, let's have a look. So it seems like if you've got sort of, not
Crew cuts. I think they're called crew socks.
Yeah.
They kind of
What
come
length is that?
halfway up your calf muscle.
then they're the cool ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must admit, I've worn them to the stadium the last 2 days instead of wearing those other ones that we were given from Brooks. I still think there's a place for them, Ashley. I think that, if you're going to exercise or go for a jog, it's okay. Or if you were going to go to the shops, maybe. But I think for golf and things like that,
You can't
it's
wear
a no-go.
them. Really? But
I
you
don't
wear
know,
them.
yeah.
You wear them, don't you?
I wear them. Well, I do wear those half up the leg things more often these days because I see my cool friends doing it.
So you've
Like,
noticed it.
Yeah, I've noticed. Like, who have I noticed? Alistair, my friend, he's quite trendy.
Yeah.
How many
Yeah, he
variations of sock are there, though, Susan?
Well,
Is it just 2, or
It's
is
mainly
there...
the 2 here. They're saying it should be, as you said, just up midway up your calf. Then you're young. But if you've got an ankle sock,
Yep.
then you're definitely old. And they're saying a lot of old people.
What define old? Is it like what's old in this article's
Okay, they're just saying
terminology?
old. Late. Oh gosh.
Well, that's the other point because I mean, not
Old
that
is like-
what.
Old is just a word that means you're
Well,
outdated.
what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that if you are of a certain age and you're just trying to dress younger, is that more of a crime?
I agree with you, Luttsy. I think that is. I think you
Yeah.
should dress what makes you comfortable,
I
personally.
didn't realise that this was even an old person's thing to wear the short socks. But and Sid, he said that to me. I'm wondering whether he saw that article too, Sus, because he said to me, he said, you notice that the only people that wear those socks that I've got on, and I've got them on today,
Yeah.
are old people. And when I went to Function Well yesterday, and I was wearing these socks and shoes, and I looked around, and there wasn't anybody else that was wearing them.
Sure.
Like young or old.
Do you know what really ages you? And I'm not sure if anyone in this room wears these. Novelty socks. If you wear novelty socks, you know, those, you know, Daffy Duck or whatever with your suit, you're like a boomer. Gross. Like no one wants to be called a boomer.
I wear colourful socks a lot.
Well, my kid... well, I mean...
You wear them to the races, don't you?
Like...
I'm sponsored by them, in fact.
Oh, yeah, you are too.
Sock it up.
Sorry, I'm just quoting the article. It says,
they're pretty cool, some of these.
You're like a male
So
boomer.
what are you supposed to wear? Like, that's just for me, that's just getting sick of wearing black socks. It's a bit boring, isn't it? Like...
Oh, God.
I'd say it'd be no socks, right, with a suit. Is that what the cool thing is to do?
With a suit. Oh, God, there's so many words here. I just keep getting stuck on different things. Gen X. Are you Gen X, Ash? Oh, you're Gen X, so am I. They've tried hooked up socks. They wear the low ankle socks with hockers.
The Ash, Luttsy and Susie Snackbox.